everyone, and welcome to episode 53 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel, as it is the anniversary show for this episode. It's 4 shows, as far as 3 tour shows and then the final show, being, of course, the anniversary show. Not really building a whole lot with this episode, mainly because we're in a unique spot where we just had the New Beginning tour, which was very successful. We want to build it into the New Japan Cup, obviously, but we kind of can't do that with this anniversary show. So it's a nice little, we look back, we celebrate, the history of the company. We try to throw some of the old guard on the main show just to kind of give them a big spotlight. And also, not have a lot of title matches on this show. We only have one on this show, which I think is probably the fewest we've ever done for an anniversary show. Usually we at least have 2, maybe even 3, but never just one. And felt like, and it's even going to be a never open weight 6-man tag team title matchup, so it's not even that much of a prestigious belt or anything. It should be a fun show though, nonetheless. Obviously, having the heavyweight champion and junior champion colliding in the main event as Rey Fenix taking on Kazuchika Okada. Fun match. Yeah, that's a fun match on paper, because at the surface level of that match, that's very much like two guys that are very different. But Okada does have a bit of a lucha background in the sense that he trained with Ultimo Dragon, had some stuff in Mexico as far as like the Toryumon era, as far as like the mid-2000s. He worked a couple of shows in Mexico, so he does at least have a bit of an understanding, and really, with his size, I would suspect he's an incredible base for lucha stuff. We just don't really see it because he's not taking on lucha guys, but maybe there is a bit of an untapped potential there for Kazuchika Okada being an incredible base for lucha guys. You never know until you throw him in there with Rey Fenix, but obviously, like, from a size factor, it's going to be a bit comical at times. But really, it's also the story itself. Having Okada use his size to his advantage, as far as using powerful moves and trying to keep him down, was just using for this drop kick, and you have a lot of different ways to try to keep him down. And with Rey Fenix, going to use his speed and using the ropes to his advantage, using the turnbuckle to his advantage, doing everything he can to try to get Kazuchika Okada down off his feet. Really is, as far as a David versus Goliath aspect to that match. And should be exciting. He's had obviously good matches with smaller guys, someone like a Will Ospreay in real life. So you'd suspect he could have a match like that with Rey Fenix. I think he should have a banger there in the series, obviously, because they've done very well as far as performance-wise, those two. And Okada's had a hell of a year already. Had the match with Hiromu, that was fantastic at the New Beginning show, and looking to carry that momentum here with the anniversary show, which the card we'll run through here. Obviously, we just talked about the main event, but the Dragon's Den team of Bryan Danielson, Hayato Tamura, and Kyle O'Reilly are going to take on Rushmore for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team titles. Of course, those 6-man teams being, as far as Rushmore, AJ Styles, and the Bucks. What a team. Obviously, they've had 5 defenses, which is the most that any Never Openweight champion has had so far. The 6-man, Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions have had. So that's huge. As far as they've been tremendous pretty much the entire way. They've only had the belt since October, so that's kind of relatively short. Not for, at least for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team title, so that's a bit of a medium-sized reign for that. But, this is going to be a hell of a match, though. Bryan Danielson looking to be double champ, though, as far as being a U.S. champ and Never Openweight 6-man champ. Then we have an 8-man of United Empire versus the Three Musketeers and Carl Fredericks. So that's going to be Zack Sabre Jr., Katsuya Kitamura, the Great Khan, and Walter. Taking on, obviously, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Katsuyori Shibata, and Shinsuke Nakamura, and Carl Fredericks. So Fredericks is getting to be in a hell of a match here. That's a big opportunity for him. We'll see how he does in that matchup. And it's a 10-man tag. Everybody from Blast Off, everybody from LIJ, battling it out. It's an interesting spot here because LIJ, Sonata and Naito, they did lose to the Young Bucks at Fantastica Mania. So there is a bit of, like, do we build off of that, or do we have them go with, as far as maybe potentially you have an Astronauts team that could have a tag team title matchup with Naito and Aroma. That'd be very, very good. So you have that as well to think about. Obviously, also, too, with the upcoming New Japan Cup, we know that the tag scene will not be highlighted really at all throughout that tour, as Yeah, for us, really, it comes down to capitalizing on what we can do with those tag team titles, and also too, with Kota Ibushi being the new New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, I feel like this is a nice fallout from that match as well. So kind of two birds with one stone type of thing there. But that's a fun match though. There's a lot of talented guys in that 10-man. 6-man of Chaos and Task Force Death. So Doring, Ashino, and Robbie Eagles taking on the team of, I want to say it's going to be Kenta, Pac, and Pentagon Jr. Now, it might actually just be Pac, Kingston, and Kenta. It might be that team, which that'd be a little bit more one-sided for the Task Force Death side, but who knows? I kind of forgot off the top of my head what exactly. I think I went with that, though, having at least 2 heavyweights in the junior. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Obviously, the Chaos Task Force Death story has been pretty much building since New Year's Dash. Or a little bit after. Well, yeah, you could say New Year's Dash because, that's when the turn happened. But really since then. So it's been our kind of main, I wouldn't say main long-term story, but it's one of our stories that we've been telling. Then Juice Robinson taking on Kaiji Tamato. We saw the surprising turn of Juice Robinson turning on Kaiji Tamato. We're going to give them a bit of a break as far as for the build, which is going to be kind of counterintuitive, but I really want to have Juice be away for a little bit so we can debut his new look. There's that. Dark Order versus House of Torture, another 10-man tag. This is going to be Brody, Evil, Orders of Destruction, and Black Horse against the House of Torture team, which is going to be Jay White, Miro, Takeda, Sujura, and then Ishimori. So 4 heavyweights in the junior. That's kind of the idea there. Should be a fun match, though. As far as it's a really good 10-man. I like both those 10-man matches. And then to kick off the show, Tenkoji, the Chaotic Pitbulls. This is very much like a harkening back to the old guard, being able to showcase what they have left still, but also celebrating them. It's kind of crazy they're the 2 veteran teams we have. Obviously, Tenkoji's still going strong. They're probably one of the few guys that are still in the 50s, still working for us as far as in the in-ring capacity. And then for Ishii, he's 47, so he's getting up there for sure. And we'll see how that all plays out. I'm not expecting a whole lot because it has to be a technical masterclass match. But it is what it is there as far as we should be in a very, very good spot. But we'll see how it goes with that show because I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm not even wanting a whole lot, to be honest. And that's kind of a weird thing to say. This is a bit of a... It is a bit of a B show, and we've tried to make it mean a lot more of importance in the past couple of ones we've done, especially the 50th one. We tried to make that a big deal, but really with this anniversary show, on paper it might not look that, as far as appeasing, especially compared to what we have just ran with the New Beginning show, but that's, by design, also in the same breath. Because the anniversary show now, it's kind of in a weird spot where it's at the fallout of the New Beginning tour, and it's the prequel of the New Japan Cup. So you're kind of torn between that. I've thought about having qualifying matches for the New Japan Cup on this anniversary show, just as far as like an idea. Could be a fun idea, and it could add a little bit more importance to the New Japan anniversary show without having to use the titles. So there's that. Just maybe a potential future thing. But I like it, though. It's a lot of story-based stuff for this show, which is fine with me. That's totally fine. But yeah, we have 4 things pre-booked for each of the shows, so it's going to be pretty quick as far as going through the tours. The first day, obviously, we have as far as we have a tag match of Alex Shelley and Jeff Cobb against Saito Jr. Fujita and Dante Martin. We also have a blast-off, which is Shun Skywalker, Jason Lee against Coughlin Connors. Dark Order versus House of Torture in a 6-man. And then Nakamura and Tanahashi against United Rage as the main event. So, with this, as well, the anniversary show, the tour shows, I really don't need to build a whole lot, and I really don't want to build a whole lot at the same time. Let's give the focus on the guys that are not going to be on that main show. That's kind of the idea that I want to have, especially with injuries potentially being a thing. We don't want to, we keep guys healthy as much as we can. But Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Arata there, as we have for the show here. We'll go to Chubu first. Oh yeah, we just ran the Dashi Gymnasium, so the Nagoya Congress Center. Alrighty. So yeah, this is the main event. Nakamura and Tanahashi teaming up against United Rage. Fun match. This is a great opportunity for the United Rage team to take on guys like Tanahashi and Nakamura, some of the best in the world. It's going to be 20 minutes. Nakamura's going to get the win over Katsuya Nomura. As far as the co-main, this is a junior six-man to a degree. It's Takeda's going to be in there with Black Taurus. It's a fun match, but I don't think it's going to be as good as it probably should be. As far as to be like a co-main, it's going to probably be right below. But Black Taurus is going to be Drew Parker there. I think this should be the co-main. Oh no, we have this technical match class. That's fine. This could be a technical match class match. Shelley and Cobb are going to be Flight Club. Shelley's going to be Dante Martin. And then Blast Off versus Coughlin Connors as the Steal the Show match. So we got some new pictures as we got an update on the picture pack. So that was fun. It actually happened. No, I think it happened last week, so I missed out on it. But got it here, at least for this episode. But yeah, Coughlin Connors going to come up short, even though they're probably going to outperform them. But we're just trying to elevate Blast Off there, is the idea. So yeah, we'll probably have a better co-main, and then probably a Young Lion matchup. So we'll go with a tag as the Young Lion matchup. Obi-Wan Fujita. Let's see here who they should face. Because there's a couple of guys like Taguchi we haven't used. We haven't used him since January. It's really since Wrestle Kingdom. So maybe something with him. Maybe him and Rocky. Try to see how the coaches will do. It's kind of, just to kind of see what happens. So we'll have Taguchi get a win. Yeah, we'll have that just open up the show. We'll roll the dice with it. And we'll probably do a tag as the co-main as well. So we have a lot of options here, I feel like. Just kind of curious to see who's in that star to well-known category, just to kind of look and see what we can do. So yeah, Order Destruction, Sonata. Of course, the new Juice. Yeah, we're just going to use, obviously his new look as far as being what he's doing in real life with Bullet Club. Just kind of that same idea. Gonna go the opposite way of kind of the old school face route to the old school heel route. Let's see. So we do have Makabe and Gresham, so we might even have Heo Tamura team up with like Garcia. Kind of be fun, or Kyle O'Reilly. Could go either way. Let's go with Kyle. Hale Tamura and Kyle O'Reilly. They don't have to take on like anybody from Rushmore. We can have them take on another team. Let's see what we got. As far as for this other team, Hammerstone. Hammerstone Tamada's not a bad idea. I don't know if it should be the co-main, but I forgot. Yeah, a couple of guys are hurt. Yeah, this match kinda... Yeah, well, it's a little one-sided also. So we'll try something else. Hey, Goto's not really pulling off great ratings, so I don't want to do that. We might use Yano just to use him. I don't know when his contract's expiring, but he's not going to get brought back. It's crazy to think, because he's been with the company 11 years, and I am just feel like the character's ran its course, I think we've outgrown the need for it. He's fun for like a G1, but other than that, just not necessary. Even then, I feel like it's been played out even to a fact where it's not even usable in a G1 now. But yeah, Yano, and then we'll use Harada. So very much one-sided, but it gives Harada a chance to at least get in there. So we'll have Kyle beat Yano. Not a bad match. but obviously a little bit more on the smaller side of things. Yeah, we'll just roll the dice for that 6-man and just kind of see what happens. See what we get for this first day, though. 53 for the opener. Rocky and Taguchi doing very well here. It's a terrible match according to TEW, but for what we expected, like I was hoping it wouldn't be in the 40s. This is kind of, but Oiwa almost outperformed Taguchi, so good sign there for Oiwa. The sky's the limit. No, I don't know how he's going to do. 66 for Shelley and Cobb against Dante Martin Hayato Jr. Vegeta. Border City stretch for Shelley there. Yeah, I mean, Cobb off his game a little bit, but still was enough to get the win. I figured so, because Dante Martin, this is not his strength, obviously, but it is Junior Vegeta's strength. 67 for, oh, look at that, Hayato Tamura and Kyle O'Reilly have excellent chemistry. Nice. We'll have to make them a team. So we might call them like Dragon's Breath or something. No, this is fun though. Fun little team. As yeah, Kyle O'Reilly pinning Toriano with a brainbuster. Hell yeah. 63 for Blastoff versus Coughlin and Connors. Two teams with excellent chemistry. Wow, I thought for sure actually Connors and Coughlin were outperformed, but they did not. Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker get the win. Shun Skywalker with the Skywalker moonsault over Coughlin. Good little match. Good little match. Yeah, 70 for the 6-man, the Dark Order, and House of Torture. It's Black Horse spinning Drew Parker with the Infernal Suplex. Silver was the oh no, actually Ishimori was the best guy in the match. Sorry, as yeah, Ishimori with 72, 64 for John Silver, 58 for Torres and Takeda, 55 for Alex Reynolds, and then 53 for Drew Parker. Pretty close though. Pretty close. That was a good little match. Had faith in it. In an 80 main event, as Okan and Kitamura fall short to the Tanahashi Nakamura team, as Nakamura with the cross arm lock on Katsuya Kitamura getting the win here in 20 minutes. Nice little tour show. Yeah, not bad at all. Obviously, we put a lot of faith in that co-main, which it delivered. But even then, I'm very happy with kind of a lot of this stuff on here, because it's guys that are not really over, and they're still performing at a high level. That's just a good sign. And that's the first tour showdown. 2 more to go. It's on to day 2. Alrighty, night 2. So our 4 matches we have pre-booked. That's Hayato Tamura and Kyle O'Reilly. As now that we know they have excellent chemistry, that should be a good little match against AJ Styles and Roderick Strong. We're just going to call him Dragon's Den for now. Their finisher, basically, I was thinking it just being, just Red Dragon's finisher, just chasing the dragon. Seems to be kind of a good idea, but at the same time, though, it'd have to be Tamura doing it. Like, instead of a brainbuster, have him do the jackhammer out of it instead, so Kyle's the one now that kicks him. Just an idea. Just an idea. As, yeah, as far as, there's that. That's probably the main, though, if I had to guess, because that's a really good match. Then Karistigo and Golden Dragons taking on United Empire 6-man. That's the junior 6-man team of United Empire. So that's going to be the junior tag champs, Makabe, Gresham, plus Lee Moriarty. Astronauts versus LIJ2, which is Bushi and Shingo. That should be a fun little match. And then Francesco and Eagles taking on Pentagon Jr. and Shota Umino. Just a match to get Shota Umino involved, really. Oh, forgot we have backstage incident. Yeah, let's see what it is. It's Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Arata. Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, that's the main. O'Reilly and Tamura. Let's just go ahead. Dragon's Den versus Rushmore. So, AJ is going to win, though, as he's going to beat Kyle O'Reilly. And we'll have... Let's see, we got... As far as the co-main, that's a tough one, because this is a good match. But also, that is, too. It's tough. I think we'll have this be the co-main, though, but as the Astronauts, they're going to win. They're going to beat Shingo and Bushi, as Takuya Nomura is going to beat Bushi there in 20 minutes. It's a good win. Good one for him. This might be a steal the show match. Oh, it's a technical masterclass match. All right, went the other way with it. As Lee Moriarty is going to beat Senta De Oro. Yeah, that's a fine little technical masterclass match, which will mean this is the steal the show match. It is. As Chaos is going to beat Chaos is going to beat Task Force Death. Easy for me to say. So Robbie Eagles is going to pin Shota Umino. Yeah, I mean, it's a good match besides Shota Umino being involved, unfortunately, for the performance. But I'd like to see that in real life, though. Let's see how that would play out. Obviously, the Lucha Brothers tearing against Francesco and Eagles would be a lot better. But we want to keep Ray Fenix fresh for his 6-man match, or his main event matchup with Kazuchika Okada. We are having a six-man on the final tour show, though, to build up to that match is why I was going to say a six-man. So, as far as, I was thinking a singles matchup for Hammerstone, to have oh man, he's unimportant, never mind. It's going to have him beat a young lion. Guess we'll have it be Kojima then, beating a young lion. We'll go with Yasutaka Yano. Yeah, like 10 minutes. Nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. There we go. Obviously, Kojima gonna get the win there. So then the final matchup. So we have a six-man, a tag, two tags. Actually, three tags if you count the main. So we could probably go with a six-man just to change it up for variety reasons. As if we can, I would like to see. I don't know if we'll have enough for it though. Because I was thinking having Sujora, Takeda, and then Brody King of House Torture taking on the Order of Destruction with Evil. Just as a six-man matchup. Give it 17 minutes. As I will have Will Hobbs beat Brody King. Some beefy boys, though, in that match. These guys are going to beat the fuck out of each other. At least we hope. At least we hope that, yeah, we'll have that be right before the main event. Or actually, right before the co-main, rather. So we'll change the venue. Again, I want to stay off of Kanto as long as I can. So we'll go with, I was going to go with the Convention Center. I don't know if that's the right call. Yeah, we'll probably just go with the Dream Meads or the Sendai Sun Plaza. Yeah, we'll just go with Dream Meads. That's fine. Alrighty. Day 2. See what it goes. 42 for the opener. Yeah, not great. Figured so. As Kojima's a reverse pile driver in 10 minutes, huh? I think with a Koji Cutter or a Lariat. 65 here. For this match, because the opener sucked, this sucks now. But it is what it is. At least it's a decent little match. Makabe and Gresham did really well, though. But Lee Moriarty getting the win, though. He does outperform Senda de Ora and Samurai del Sol. So the red team wins. It was a fun little match, though. Fun little match. At least this kind of is an okay match. It's Eagles and Francesco beating Shota Umino and Pentagon Jr. As Rob Eagles with the War 4-5. I'll show to Umino in 12 minutes. 66 for this six-man. It's not going to be a good show. As Hobbs pinning Brody King with the Order of Business. Then 17 minutes as he gets a 69 there. Nice. Evil to 67 and then 75 for Tankman. So yeah, obviously, Dark Order team much better than the House of Torture team there. Hako main event to 69, so this is not a good sign. As Astronauts beating LIJ. Takuya Nomura and Fuminori Abe, though, with 65s and 58s, rather. As Shingo and Bushi, 72 and 63. So, yeah, wrong team won. And, we're trying to elevate Astronauts, but at the same time, felt like that might have been a bad call. But Dragon Suplex, though, for Takuya Nomura over Bushi there. So, our main event, it's a 66. Jesus Christ, as, that is not good. Not good at all. As AJ Styles with a Super Styles Clash on Kyle O'Reilly. Oh my God. Kyle is working through his injury still. But yeah, the crowd just couldn't give a shit about any of this. Thanks to being cold. Well, that sucked. It's a costly decision to have this open up the show. If we put it here, it works out. Crazy how that works out. But, yeah, I mean, that's day 2. Should have been a lot better, but we fucked it up. But that's alright, though. Luckily, it's a tour show, and it's not a huge deal. On to the final tour show night we go to. Alrighty. As for day 3, of course, the main event will be this Chaos vs. Task Force Death 8-man. But this is a good co-main, though, and Brody Lee and Evil against Jay White and Miro. Got a Flight Club House of Inokiism matchup, and then Shelton, Benjamin, and Fred Yag are going to take on Ryu, Lee, and Flamita. Which I believe that's going to be set for a Steel Show match, and this is a Tactical Master Class match. We'll see. It's Ishii. I almost put over Fuminori Abe. Way to go. Tomohiro Ishii there. So a lot of guys are wanting to put over Blast Off, so that's just really nice to see. But yeah, main event, Chaos vs. Task Force Death, as Okada's going to beat Eddie Kingston. This is a hell of an 8-man, though. Talented group of bunch here as far as Okada, Doring, Ashino, and Ishii against Phoenix, Kingston, Pac, and Kenta. Good stuff. Tanahashi's the agent. But yeah, I think Okada getting the win makes sense. Brody and Evil against Jay White and Miro. As Miro's going to beat Evil, win for the House of Torture team. First time we've done this, actually. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I thought for sure we'd done this before on like Strong or something, but no. First time. But yeah, so I think this is the Steelers show match. We'll go ahead and add that next. Yep. Fred Yai and Shelton Benjamin of the Foundation are going to beat Mexa Blood here, as Yai is going to beat Flamita in 14 minutes. And then Flight Club, House of Enochiism. Interesting matchup because Carl Fredericks, like, he's over enough, but I don't, he should be fine. And then so for, same thing rather, for Hayato Jr. Fujita, but for Top Flight and for Coughlin Connors, I don't know if it's going to affect them as far as being that low, especially Flight Club, for Top Flight, for Darius and Dante Martin. They're in a bad spot compared to Coughlin Connors. At least they'll have the good tactical skills where they will not. But it still should be an okay little matchup. Hopefully. We'll try to go with an 8-man on the undercard. That's might be a bit ambitious, but we're going to throw all the young lions together. So, Azutaka Yano, Yuto Nakashima, Fujita, Kosai Fujita, and then Oiwa is our 4. So they're going to take on the team of Leona Fujinami. See which other... we'll go with Taguchi. And then Tenkoji. Just to give a nice little win to Fujinami here. Not going to be great, but Fujinami at least is there to carry it. Just, it's still going to be a bad little opener, but it could be a lot worse. Could be worse. We might go with a 6-man. We have a lot of tags, and we do have a couple of 4-mans, or 8-mans. So 6-man might be a nice change of pace. Yeah, let's go Hammerstone, Shelly, and Tomato. Now that Tomato's back to 100%. So they'll take on... We'll go with the Chaos team of Harada, Francesco, and Eagles. Actually, let's go Rocky and Yo, since we haven't used them in a hot minute. Yeah, 17 minutes. Give the win to Kaiji Tomato here over Yo. Basically, after the match, there'll be a video playing. We'll go and add it to the angle. But like a little mysterious like vignette. And it ends with Justice is coming. And just kind of, the video would showcase like kind of all the like injustice like in the world and in New Japan, and just this kind of a big grandiose vignette video, but it doesn't show anybody, so it is going to be tough to rate this. So I guess we'll just rate it on Tomato, and his reaction to it, I guess, or yeah, Tomato, Shelly, and Hammerstone. We'll go with acting. Justice. It's Blue Justice now. But yeah, that's where we're at. As far as for the show, we gotta make sure we change the venue. Yeah, we'll run the Wakayama Prefectural Gym. Alrighty, let's run the show. 62 for the opener. Wow, that did a lot better than I thought it would. Good stuff there. From the House of Enochiism team is Frederick spinning Hayato Jr. Fujita with a lifting DDT. Some good stuff. Good ratings there from the House of Enochiism team. 52 for Fujinami Taguchi and Tenkoji against Yasutaka Yano, Yuto Nakashima, Kosai Fujita, and Oiwa. And Yoi Oiwa as Fujinami, pinning Yasutaka Yano with a double underhook suplex. 56 for Fujinami. 49 for Taguchi. There's some good stuff. Just, as far as for Fujinami. And that's nice to see, because we haven't really used them a whole lot. It's weird. When we dropped Master Wado down to CMLL, it actually kind of hurt his standing as far as on the card, because that gave away, like, a partner and gave away someone that he can team with on these tour shows. And now we're trying to figure that out. I think him and Taguchi's a nice little replacement for that, but still is not going to be, perfect. But, it's a nice little match. And the Steelers, and that's the Steelers show match. But the sixth man of Liver United and Chaos is a 66, as Alexander Hammerstone, Alex Shelley, and Kaiji Tomato against Tomoya Harada, Rocky O'Mara, and Yo, as Kaiji Tomato pinning Yo with the red eye. Good stuff. Kaiji Tomato outperformed Yo, so that's just funny that he pins him. Yeah, Alex Shelley, best guy in the match. Makes sense. And there's the vignette that they are puzzled and confused as far as that from that perspective. Not sure what that was all about for them, as Ryu Lee and Flamita against Shelton Benjamin and Fred Yehai, as Shelton and Yehai get the win, as Yehai pinning Flamita with tapping out Flamita rather with a Koji clutch. So Ryu Lee does have a 70. That's a hell of a rating. Everybody else is about the same. Probably the wrong team won because of that, but Ryu Lee, of course, is the man. Brody Lee and Evil against Jay White and Miro as the co-main, and Miro tapping out Evil, the game over. Good rating there. Better team gets the win. 75s from Miro and Jay White, 77 for Brody, 64 for Evil. So everything worked out. The weakest link takes the fall, and another 80 here for the 8-man of Chaos in Task Force Death. So Okada pinning Kingston with the Rainmaker. Pac with an 87. 89 for Okada, 80 for Ashino. Ray Phoenix is at least on a 70, but still not great. Ishii with a 64, 67 for Kingston. Yeah, just the right decision. The worst guy on the Task Force Death team losing to the best guy on the Chaos team. Just makes sense. Okay, I mean, at least we bounced back to what we did from day 2, but days 1 and 3 were definitely highlights. So yeah, that is the tour. Now on to the final show, and then we'll officially be into March. Crazy to think that will be now that's going to be our 4th New Japan Cup. It's nuts. Can't believe we've been doing this series for this long. But yeah, on to the anniversary show. Alrighty, we're in Tokyo. Of course, we're going to be in the Tokyo Dome for this one. We got a couple of backstage incidents. There's Okada passing on tips on psychology to Yuto Nakashima, and then Milano Collection AT doing the same thing, but to Yazutaka Yano. So yeah, so we have Shingo and Jason Lee was the main event from the anniversary show. Of course, the Junior Champions Heavyweight Champion. But crazy to think we didn't have any title matches on this show. So yeah, I guess I thought we made that a bigger deal for the 50th anniversary. I guess we didn't. Oh well, at least we upped it here. So Tokyo Dome, yeah, I mean the National Stadium might have been a cool idea because it would have been 80,000, but we'll just take the Tokyo Dome. It'd be nice. We haven't ran there in a while. We'll go with, of course, main event, Ray Phoenix, Kazuchika Okada. So you see here a lot's going on. Distraction finish. As basically what's going to happen. Task Force Death. It's going to be a rough bump. Okada's going for the Rainmaker. Ray Phoenix uses his athletic ability to get out of it. And as far as he goes for a springboard, Okada gets out of the way, but it hits referee. We'll go with red shoes. We'll go with red shoes. Red shoe takes the bump. Out comes Task Force Death to try to even the fray. And Shitora Ashino and Joe Doring hit the ring as well. But Kenta hits a go-to-sleep on Okada as Okada, takes GTS, falls back into the ropes before a meteor off the top from Phoenix. And he covers Kazuchika Okada in red shoes. Just so happens to wake up at the right time. Makes the count. 1, 2, 3. The heavyweight champion loses in the main event of the anniversary show. First time that's ever happened, and it's because of interference, but he does lose, and that's a huge win for Ray Phoenix, first of all. But second of all, that will now mean, as we're going to keep Okada strong, that For the New Japan Cup, we'll probably have that be a rematch for the belt. Even though he wins because of shenanigans, he still beat him, and I think that would be a fun rematch to have. Not sure if we'll make it like a gimmick match. I'm not sure if we'll have it be a straight up singles, but ban interference might be something like that. And do we have that even? Do we still have the New Japan Cup Finals as the main event, or do we have that be the main? A lot of decisions, because obviously the winner of New Japan Cup takes on the winner of will be the winner of that match at Sakura Genesis. So it's an idea. Probably have that be before it. I don't know though. It's tough. It's tough. But then the Dragon's Den, Rushmore, Never Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup, and we have a new Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions as the Dragon's Den get the win. Good stuff here. As Bryan Danielson getting the win over Matt Jackson in 22 minutes. As then we have United Empire versus the Three Musketeers and Carl Fredericks. As we have 8-man United Empire, Tanahashi, Shibata, Nakamura, Carl Fredericks. Walter's going to beat Carl Fredericks there in 20 minutes. I thought about having Leono Fujinami in this match instead. We might do that. Sorry, Carl Fredericks. It's kind of weird seeing Carl Fredericks in that match, but Fujinami, it's tough. He's not at that same level. He's unimportant too. That would help elevate him. But like comparing him to Fredericks, Fredericks is a lot more over. Seems like that's the right call. But Walter's going to beat him, nonetheless. So that's a win for the United Empire. Then the Blast Off, LIJ 10-man. All the members of LIJ taking on all the members of Blast Off. As Bushi's going to beat Skywalker in 20 minutes as well. Some good stuff, though. There's a lot of different moving parts to this match. And I like that match on paper. We'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Naito, I think, is... Yeah, he's got the grade 2 calf strain. Damn, I just now realized that. I completely forgot that happened. So let's, I'm just kind of curious how long he's out for, if that's the case. I think he's out for a good bit. Oh, only 8 more days. Yeah, so I guess we'll just make that an 8-man now. That's fine by me. As, yeah, I mean, because it's still going to be basically the same finish, so it's not that big of a deal. It just sucks that Naito's not going to be in the match. So Hiromu, Shingo, Sanada, and Bushi. So I guess we'll leave Kota Ibushi out of this. I guess? Oh, we might not have to. Let's go with Ibushi, Takuya Nomura. We'll leave Jason Lee out of it. That'll be... Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Abe, Skywalker. Nice. Where is this? There he is. I was about to say, where is Shun Skywalker? There he is. 20 minutes. Bushi over Skywalker again. Oh yeah, because Naito's getting... he's definitely feeling the effects of now just age and hit that rough schedule he's worked. As far as, it's not the same kind of being at that age and working the schedule that they have worked. It's just crazy. A lot of those veteran guys are still being able to wrestle at a high level. But yeah, then for the next matchup, 6-man tag, as we have Chaos, Task Force Death. Pac is going to beat Robbie Eagles for the Task Force Death team. Yeah, just right decision. Better team's going to get the win. We're not reinventing the wheel. So about this matchup, Juice Robinson versus Kaji Yamato, the new look. Juice Robinson is going to get the win in 12 minutes. But he's not going to be alone. As, we forgot to add it to the booking sheet. So there's going to be 2 angles. The first one is going to be the return of Hanare. So Hanare, ditching the face paint, going with the glasses. He's going to be joining Juice. Drop the Hanare, and, drop the Toa part. I thought about making it be all caps, but felt like kind of be a waste. And plus, probably wouldn't make sense. But, yeah, for Hanare and Juice, they're going to be, this justice. It's going to be them. As far as Hanare is joined with Juice. I thought about renaming Juice to something a little bit more heelish, but we'll just stick with Juice. I guess we'll go Overness and Overness as well. So Nare joins Juice. Good shit. As the video, it's the video package again, but this time it's revealed that Juice is the one behind it. Justice is here. New Japan Pro Wrestling. So Juice and Toinare. We'll have a Nare. Yeah, we'll just have it be Juice. Because I thought about maybe calling him Justice Robinson to go with it, but I don't know. It just feels like that's a little corny. But it's that same vignette and talking about how the injustice of what's going on in New Japan. We might have should have maybe called them Injustice instead. But they are looking to bring the justice to New Japan. It's kind of the idea. And they're the agents of justice. So that's kind of why. They're basically the idea, as far as like gimmick and like kind of what they look like. Kind of think like Men in Black, but not so on the nose with it. They're not so similar. Like they have different. Like the glasses, like Juice got the aviators, but you saw Hanare's glasses, like those dark shades, and a lot of different ways, and they have many different ways of how they want to dispose of justice. So it's kind of it's a group, it's a tight knit group. There's not really like a leader. They're together. It's a one for all type of thing, and it's very much like a pact. You could say it's an organization. In a way, kind of like trying to think of the of a good example. In Umbrella Academy, like the time traveling assassins in that show, how they kind of have like an organization. Like there's an academy, there's all this, and there's like people that work in the office. It's not so in depth like that is here, with Justice, but the idea that basically they're all together as one unit, but they do it in many different ways of how they're disposing of justice is the idea. But yeah, so basically air the vignette again, but this time you add in the Juice overtones and talking about his injustices and how he's gonna right those wrongs now that he's left Liberty United, and now even talking about Liberty United, this idea and kind of going down on America and saying, United, Liberty United, it's not been united in a long time. It's a shell of itself. It's time to break up. It's time to get away from Kashi D'Amato. He's bringing him down. This whole thing, this whole spiel that he's going with. But yeah, there is that. But yeah, then for the match before that, 10-man tag, Dark Order, House of Torture. Brody Lee going to be beating Toru Fujiwara there in 20 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all for that 10-man team. In 10-man matchup as the Gak Pitbulls, Tenkoji. Technical Masterclass, Tenkoji going to lose to the Gak Pitbulls. As Goto's going to be 10 down. That match is going to fucking suck. So hopefully we get it on the right track. Is really the idea there. So how's the analysis here? So we're good on that. Yeah, I guess we could add a pre-show match or two. I guess it's not a terrible idea. Go with a 6-man for the first one. So we'll go with Yay High. We'll go with Lockhart. And we'll go with Shelton. Trying to get Darius Lockhart involved. It's kind of the idea, but yeah, 4. Yeah, Roddy's not used. A lot of guys that are not used are very, very talented. But we'll go with Fujinami, Taguchi, and it's tough finding that other fella to really fit in with them to be like a part of. I guess Rocky. Sure. that works. As well, Fujinami beat Lockhart. So we got a tag match for the next one. Hammerstone. So the idea is, yeah, we'll have Hammerstone and Cobb see how they'll do as a team. They're gonna take on. See what we got. Yeah, Brody and Jim Parker. Nah, there's not a lot of heavyweight teams left that we haven't really booked. We use Alexander in someone. We could use yeah. Well, I was thinking we could use Alexander and Walter, but that's right. He's used up as well. Oh, decisions. But yeah, we can go Brody King and Takeda. Oh, that's right. Takeda's used, so is Sugiura. Damn, we might have to use Harada and Yano. We figured it out. We got there. Yeah, we'll have Hammerstone beat Yano. Alrighty. Not a bad little pre-show matches. As far as the first one, probably a little bit better than this, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, we're putting a lot of faith in that finish, because that might not go well, as far as a finish like that to the crowd. But what an upset for Ray Phoenix, and we got a lot of stuff going on. Justice debuting, a lot of stuff going on. But the 60, the tag match of Hammerstone and Cobb against Yano and Harada. It's Hammerstone pinning Yano with the Stonebreaker. Good stuff from Hammerstone. 63 for the pre-show matchup of Foundation versus Fujinami, Rocky, and Taguchi. At double underhook suplex for Fujinami against Lockhart. Yeah, Darius is still a little bit ways away. Shelton Benjamin's still doing very well for himself. So is AI, but just coming up short there. 45 of the opener. God damn it. Knew it. I fucking knew it. Goto pinning Tenzan with a GTR into the lariat. As, yeah, that's a good win though for the Jack Pitbulls. Just, bad execution for it being a technical match class match. Hopefully we get it back on the right track. We might not though. We'll see. But the 8-man, but the 10-man, Dark Order and House of Torture. It's Brody pinning Sujiro with the Brody Bomb. As far as the best guy in the match was Miro, which was pretty awesome. But then Brody and White were about the same. So was Tankman and Hobbs. Yeah, I mean, I think the right team won. It was close though. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. But it's a good little match. Good little match there. It's the Juice video. Juice struggled a little bit. The match is a 70 though, as Juice gets the one with the Pulp Friction in 11:34. As far as what we can do in the future with Juice, there's a I don't know if we'll call it like righting the wrong or something like that. We'll still call it. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll call that righting the wrong instead. But Pulp Friction is fun, but yeah, as far as, because, obviously, pulp, juice, we get it, but, I don't know. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because it just sounds a little too cartoony. That's kind of what we need him to be, a whole different direction. That's kind of the idea, but, yeah. Anara and Juice. It's just kind of funny how that works out, how, obviously in the real New Japan, they are in much different factions, but it's kind of funny that we're now throwing them together as their current looks now, but in one faction as one. It's just kind of funny how that works out. 89 for the 6-man. I figured it was going to be good, but again, did not expect an 89 as Pac with the shooting star leg drop on Eagles in 20 minutes. 91 for Pac, 90 for Kenta, 92 for Shino. Very good stuff there. Eagles and Kingston kind of bring it down a little bit, and Doring's kind of in the middle. Good little match. Another 89 for the 8-man, a Blast-Off versus LIJ. As Bushi with the Ashi Road over Shun Skywalker. Bushi with a 91, Hiromu with a 93. 70s, from kind of 79, 78 for Shingo and Sanada. 71 for Bushi, and then, just Blast-Off, just not at that same level as LIJ, but they're getting there. Kota Bushi's definitely going to help them out along the way. kind of the idea there. And 87 from United Empire against Tanahashi, Shibata, Nakamura, and Fredericks. Shibata almost got outperformed by Carl Fredericks. He got outperformed by Walter, which is awesome. As Zach and Walter doing very well there. But yeah, just the Nakamura Tanahashi team was a little bit better. But yeah, at least Walter pinned Carl Fredericks, and at least it was the second best guy against the worst guy. So at least you have that. But some good stuff. Some good stuff though. Nice to see those guys being a part of the anniversary show. Then a 95 for this never open weight 6-man tag team title matchup. I cannot believe that. Bryan Danielson with Hayato Tamura and Kyle O'Reilly beat Rushmore. Hell of a match. As far as a 94. That's nuts for that never open weight 6-man tag team title matchup. Yeah, I mean, the match itself, that's... How about those never open weight 6-man belts, though? They have really come a long way in this save. And a 91... Even with all the shenanigans, it still works out. As after the GTS, the Meteora pins him. Ray Fenix shocks the world. What a win, and what a tough defeat for Okada. As, 90. I'd gladly take that. I was a little nervous, especially kind of around this Juice match. I was like, we're kind of not really clicking. But we hit that next level once we got into the top part of the card. It's good to see. It's good to see that match, and I'm very happy with that never open weight 6-man title matchup, though. That was awesome. Yeah, well, we'll put over Bryan. We'll put over Fenix and Okada. That'll probably be what we do there. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Happy with those guys. Happy with that performance. Yeah, very pleased. Very, very pleased with that one. As that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And now, the New Japan Cup. We'll see the fallout from that main event, but we'll also see, obviously, nothing but tournament matches for the upcoming tour for the most part. That is the focus. And, we're going to hopefully have a great tour on our hands, a great tournament. And then, of course, the winner of that will take on the winner of that main event for the, I guess I still think I should have that New Japan Cup be the main event, but I'm not sure. It's tough. It's tough. I think that's how we'll do it. I think that the title match is actually going to go before the cup final. I'm not sure though. I'm so torn. That's going to be a game time decision is what we're going to call that. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.